Can you tell us a little bit more about Seasons?
Yeah, so Seasons is going to be, we've had
the Nets are out of Brooklyn as they take on their Eastern Conference rival in today's game. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. To the middle. Embiid, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
And so Jordan nails both of them. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's...
Wow, that was a strong dunk.
And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
KD on the wing. Irving with the ball. Nets passing it around. Here's Griffin. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
Philadelphia with the ball. Simmons can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Irving doing a nice job there, being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Here's Curry. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Harden draws the double. Irving attacking. Here's Harden on the wing. Bangs home the trifecta.
And, you know, Harden is super reliable from outside the arc. He's got that sweet lefty stroke, and it's a thing of beauty to watch.
And here's Green outside. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Offensive rebound. Second shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Blake Griffin hits them both. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Trailing by 5. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harden's got the ball. From deep three-point range. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And this is what happens when you let Griffin establish position. He will make you pay.
Pass to Embiid. Over Jordan. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high, because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Claxton. They kick it out to Green.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, making them count in the early going here.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Out to Harris. Another shot. Here's Howard. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Dwight Howard is a big, strong, active guy. Even when you hit him, he still is able to muscle through the contact.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Goes back up. Here's Howard. He shoot again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice job that time using that strong body of his inside. Once Howard has positioning, I think you got to wrap him up.
That free throw, no good.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And Harden with the stuff.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 11.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing. Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead, up 8. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And it's sent back by Howard.
And you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
The 76ers trailed by 8. But drive by Simmons. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Boy, the quickness by Simmons, breathtaking. So good at blowing by whoever's trying to stay in front of him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul. So both teams changing it up here. Brooklyn leading by 6.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Curry. And it's sent back by KD.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
It's good. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Nets passing it around. Inside. And that one's good. Griffin's got 8 points.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Count the basket.
You know, Tobias Harris is a quality shooter with good size and ball skills, moves well without the ball. I mean, Harris is a real weapon in the pick and roll.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. I mean, not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
And so he makes both from the line. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made was special. Wouldn't matter.
When Simmons is driving inside, I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
Here's Simmons. Pass to Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Harris has got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Puts it up from 12. Here's Weibel. And the call will be against Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. And the 76ers making a change here. Nets leading by 11. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. Korkmaz has got 5.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Harden, no good. Blake Griffin getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Harden outside. Back to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
Boy, at the rim, Jordan still, after all this time in the league, has the athleticism to get up and throw it down.
To the inside. Here's Embiid. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Nets passing it around. Here's Griffin. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And the strength from the big man. Griffin just refusing to quit and muscling it in. Wow.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
To the paint. Outside, Green. From 10 feet out. The offensive rebound. Left side, Harris. Curry on the wing. Fires the 3.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court. The Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up, make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you. Here's Irving. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Irving's got 4 points this quarter. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. On the wing, Irving. Good, nice job down low. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
Curry's shot is off.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Howard. Right side, Hill. There's 1:17 left in the third. But they get it back. Howard's shot is good.
Sensational at hitting the glass. Howard has fantastic timing when he goes after those rebounds.
And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Claxton. .55 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Dwight Howard.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The 76ers trail by 11. Outside for Curry. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Curry's got 8 points in the quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Outside Curry. Fires from deep. They get the rebound. Gets it off. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And a big-time three to cut it to single digits. They've kept it within.
And so it's Brooklyn heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Pass to Milton. Now Howard. Lays it up and banks it in. Howard's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the 76ers.
You know, this is where Howard does the most damage. With his height and length and athleticism, how do you guard him inside?
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And threw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Outside, Simmons takes a 3. He can't get that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
Simmons can't get it to go. KD on the wing. That shot, no good. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. 11-point game. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, and never shy about getting to that rack. Simmons so aggressive playing downhill. Nice dunk there.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Back to Curry. From outside the arc. Misses the target. That drops him to 40% now. 4 of 10. Harden, no good. The 76ers trail by 10. There's Embiid. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, I tell you what, so hard to guard all that size. I mean, Embiid is an absolute monster, and he knows how to draw fouls, too.
And Embiid drops them both. And Brooklyn has possession. Harden has a wide open look. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Brooklyn leading by 8. Pass to Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. It's stolen by Harris. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Not shying away at all from some contact. Harris takes it to the rim with force.
Outside, KD. And here's Griffin, guarded by Embiid.
And in not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Timeout called the 76ers. They trailed by 8. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. .106 left to play in the final quarter. Outside Curry. Fires the 3. Puts up a 3. Jordan with the rebound.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Here's Curry with the 3. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Shots like this prove Seth Curry is unafraid when it comes to taking big shots.
There's 39 seconds left in the game. Pass to Harden. Trying to find Irving. He's got it now. Right side, Griffin. And here's Harden for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Nets lead by 8. It's Curry outside. The rebound by KD. Outside Griffin. Harden outside. Oh, Griffin in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within single digits.
You know, after missing his first year out of college due to injury, Ben Simmons ended up winning Rookie of the Year in 2018, proving the wait was worth it.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win
Mike, I know that a lot of players love making
The commute in full swing as we get set for basketball here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Well, and let's go.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. Now, the starting